Union High School's chamber choir is one of the best in the nation. That's why they were selected out of dozens of other choirs to perform at the National Conference of the American Choral Directors Association.
Talent, hard work, and determination have taken these students a long way. In March, the 43 members of the Union High School Chamber Choir traveled to Dallas, Texas, where they performed 2 concerts at the National Conference of the American Choral Directors Association.
It's a big deal. A lot of people come to these, and teachers who are looking for inspiration, who are looking for resources, who are looking to connect with the most knowledgeable people in our field.
The ACDA has 20,000 members around the world, and about 7,000 choral directors attended the event in Dallas.
It's the most important event for choral singing in our country, and it only happens once every 2 years.
So we're humbled and feel blessed by the opportunity to represent our district, to represent our school, to represent our town, our community. We are the only high school choir from the entire West Coast. So we're really thrilled to be able to represent the state of Washington. Only 2 other times in history has the Washington High School Choir been invited.
Choir director Mike Iverson is proud of the chamber choir. They were chosen by a committee of choral directors who listened to recordings of more than 250 choirs from across the country.
The interesting part about the process is it's all done blind. They have no idea where the choirs are from, who the directors are, so they're just basing it entirely on what they hear. I think what they heard, at least when we submitted our tapes, is a good tone. Oftentimes people have compared our tone to that of a collegiate choir. These kids have put in a ton of time, but we're so grateful for the parents and for your support.
Before leaving for Dallas, the choir performed 2 send-off concerts for an audience of parents and supporters. Iverson says it gave them a chance to run through their program before performing in Dallas.
To practice it in the flow of a performance, because what we tried to do with these 2 send-off concerts was to replicate as closely as possible the exact experience that these kids are going to have on stage.
The choir started rehearsing for the event at the start of the school year. Iverson chose 5 pieces by Northwest composers for the Dallas concerts.
We have fabulous composers here whose works deserve to be heard, and it also, for me, gives me a chance, because they're local, to bring them to Union High School and to work with the choirs on their compositions, which is a really, really fabulous educational opportunity for the students.
A week before leaving town, the choir rehearsed with Stanford Scriven, who directs a high school choir in Salem. He talked with students about the inspiration behind a composition called Christ the Apple Tree.
It's just a lovely piece, but it was so fun to have Stanford come and work with the students on that piece, because he shared with them not just about the notes and rhythms, but about his inspiration. It helps the students to really have a deeper understanding and appreciation for the music.
They are great students. I mean, you put anybody up in front of a great group of students, and there's going to be a dialogue there and an understanding, and I really appreciated what they were able to give to me tonight, and I hope that they got equal or more in return.
Students then cut loose with a piece composed by Ethan Sperry, the director of choral activities at Portland State University.
It's a pretty high-energy, fun piece. I mean, it's basically a pop song just from another country. It's called Albela Sajan, and it's a piece from an Indian movie, a Bollywood movie, and it's sort of a little flirtatious love duet. And so really lean into that, and then when you resolve it, like.
The rehearsal was Sperry's first chance to work with the choir before the concert, and he was very impressed with these young singers.
Oh my gosh, I mean, they have it completely down. It's so precise and so clean and so energetic, and that's what I'd expect from one of Mike Iverson's choirs. I mean, that's what I've come to expect. He does everything, different styles, music from different cultures, the most serious classical music at the highest level. And I wrote this piece originally for a college choir, and this high school sings it far, far better than they ever did.
All 5 of the Northwest composers traveled to Dallas with the choir. It was a fun and exciting trip for these students, and one they'll always remember. The trip was paid for with help from the Union High School ASB and the students themselves.
And we hosted comedy sports here one night. We did our own talent show here one night. We raised a bunch of money through those 2 events.
None of this would have ever been possible if it were not for the expertise that Mr. Iverson brings to the classroom every single day.
Iverson says the national recognition and the honor of performing at the American Choral Directors Association conference says a lot about the Evergreen District's commitment to the arts.
Starting from the superintendent on down, they have been committed to having a quality music experience for our students in this district from the day that I entered here 24 years ago.
It was that commitment that brought Iverson to the district after teaching music at the college level for 9 years. Together, he and his choir have reached the highest level of performance for a high school choir.
Yeah, I'm so proud of them. They have done so much work. And the attention to detail that they have shown and the care and concern for us being successful with this music has been really humbling.